Okay, we're back with a little more space in my phone, so I should be able to record this now. And I've added blue and black to the sky to make smoky clouds, and I've added all these little yellow squiggly lines are up here in the trees to add the highlights to the trees when we add the green. I've added a lot of black to the tree trunks and to the tree brushy material, and I've added a lot of little tree trunks on the mountain and a lot of vertical black marks on the mountain to darken it. Okay, I've also drawn the blue water. Whenever you're drawing water, always draw it horizontally. Got a little bit less than horizontal over here. It's a little tilted, but it'll be alright. Okay, now we're going to... I'm taking this purple and I'm darkening the water that's further away, because the water that's closer to us is going to be the water that's the lightest and the clearest. So it's going to have the most white in it, and it's going to have the lightest blue in it. So I'm really making this water... I need to make that flat. I can't be at an angle. I'm really making this water dark, and I'm darkening over here, and that will create some depth in the water. So, and I'm making it darker and darker and darker the further back I go. Alright, there we go. So that's taken care of. Next, we're going to grab some of this brown. This is like, it says orange, but it's a particular type of orange, and it's kind of a brownish orange. So we're just going to draw some of the tree trunks, mix it with the black that's already there, and we're going to draw some branches. And since these are evergreen trees over here, we're not going to have very many branching out. We're just going to have a lot of up and down. And we're going to have some other branches in here. Over here, we're going to make it more branching out, because this is supposed to be a deciduous tree. I like that word, deciduous. Okay, I'm turning into Bob Ross here with my happy little trees and my happy little clouds. Alright. Now we're going to add a little bit of brown to some background. And add some just browns to the hills before we add the green and the turquoise. We're going to add some turquoise to the hills to differentiate them from the foreground. Alright. Next, we're going to get our green, and we're going to cover everything in our green. First, we're going to mix it with the yellow up here. This is going to really round out our trees real fast. Make sure you get below the branches so that there's some leaves below. You can just make nice round strokes. It does not have to look perfect, because when all of this comes together, it's going to have a much bigger effect. Roll this out a little bit. Okay, and then do up and down strokes for the mountain. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And we're going to fade it out right here. Fade it out nice and light. And we're going to create a little bit of a horizontal line right there. And then up and down, up and down. And we're going to fill in the space. And then we're getting into where we have all these evergreen trees. We're going to fill in some background from the mountain, and then we're just going to do the Christmas tree up, horizontal. We're going to do just a whole bunch of Christmas tree horizontal strokes. Skinny at the top, wide at the bottom, and we're just going to keep adding them. We just have to roll this up a little bit. This is just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. And just keep adding it. I like these little exercises because they ground me in the really basic movements of the drawing and line. They don't have to be perfect. They don't even have to look very good. They just ground me in these exercises. Ground me in the basic drawings of line, and they get the perspective and all of these other techniques down just a little bit more. And it's fun to create color on page. I just love color on pages. Okay, so we've gotten that effect down. We're going to take the turquoise, which is this, and we're going to just kind of fill in this mountain area, especially around the top where it looks particularly choppy. And we're going to fill in this mountain area, and we're going to create more hilly effects over here. It's going to look really nice over here. Okay. Now, we're going to get some grass, and we're going to create a lot of fill in, but it's going to be real light. It's going to be just real light vertical strokes for grass. We're not going to fill in the whole thing. We're just going to draw these nice strokes. As you see, just having the strokes different, having different colors to differentiate foreground and background, and sizing things can create a full picture without it needing to look perfect or realistic or anything. You can just create a full colorful picture just by doing this alone. And it's a really great technique, and I really love this particular technique. And just get all the grass covered. Next we're going to do the cabin and the path. Hopefully my video will continue until I'm finished with that. Let's get all up here in the trees. Make sure that